Hello one and all, this is Hybridsteel. Thank you very much for joining me in today's Hydroneer What the Crap Am I Thinking video. And yeah, this is my lab. I'm going to be honest, I've resorted to calling this place my lab now because I've got so much stuff laying around. It's just getting a bit ridiculous, but we're all good. So I'm just sorting a few things out as we go. So you're very familiar with this place. If you've seen my previous videos, I've got my fully automated system, my little how I do things, and I've explained all this. If you don't know, there's a playlist in the description box. You can hit up there and see all this. But today we're going to be talking about these, the jolly green giant of the reactors that we have here. These are brand new to the game if you didn't know already, the 1.6, and these are 23 grand each. These are expensive puppies. Don't worry, this is a dev pipe that we use for, like, if we want to mess around with stuff to, like, test things. That's literally why I have it. It's all good. So, what are we going to be doing with the reactor? I'm actually going to be showing you how to set one up. And the reason why is because after I watched Diesel Designs' video, and I'll leave his link in the description box below. The guy shouted me out, "Thank you, Diesel, it means so much to me." But he had a little bit of an issue with the powered reactor. He wasn't able to basically hook up his powered intake pipe to the reactor. And it was like a tiny bit frustrating watching it, but at the same time it's good for people learning how to actually play this game properly. So first off, what you do is you take your reactor. Let's say you've hooked it up to your mains and you're all good, and it's like, yeah, I've got it good, it's fantastic, and you've got it running into your main system that's running on your intake pipe. Now, up until 1.6, we never had anything else but the bog standard intake pipe, and then we were using boosters to boost the power, so we had to make 100%. Now, we've got these. These are brand spanking new, again to 1.6, and these are powered intake pipes, as we've got a powered plot on the top of it, and it basically spins that little motor inside and it pumps out water up to 100%. And that's what we're aiming for, 100% worth of power. So obviously we want that to run with our 100% booster and our 100% filter. We want 100% worth of power. You have to know how to use it. So we take our bog standard reactor and it's like, yeah, we're all wired up and ready to go. So that wires straight into our piping. And then you have to try and add your 100% power pipe to your rig. This is where it gets a little bit more complicated, and this is where you need a tiny bit more room. And when I say a tiny bit more room, what you actually need is you need your reactor to power up that pipe using its own water source. Okay, this is where, in fairness, this gets a little bit, yeah, I tried this as well and it didn't work for me. So basically what you want to do is you want to build your intake pipe like this, and you want to wire that into your reactor. Okay, so your intake pipe, this one here, runs into the reactor, which basically powers the reactor up. Now you want 100% worth of pressure, don't you? And I'm hearing lots of, you hook your main water supply into your reactor, then you need to set up your other piping. The reason why you need to set up another load of piping is because your reactor will just run off of 50% worth of water. You don't have to filter the water. Your reactor cannot break. But in order to run your plot at 100%, you need to set up a reactor that funnels into another insert. Okay, what we've got here, this is how you would set up your reactor. Okay, so your reactor has to be working off of a bog standard intake pipe, so it's got its own water supply, much like a nuclear reactor has its own water supply to keep it cool and so on and so forth, and keep the turbines running, that sort of thing. That's what your 50% worth of water does. Your 50% worth of water runs into the reactor. Then you have to cable it out and pin it into here. And then your main build, which goes down all of these pipes, runs on that 100% worth of water. That's how you do it. I mean, if I was going to do this properly, so I would have all this set up and I would run these cables into that build. But because I've got so much laying around, I just had to build this quickly and show you. So what I would do is I'd have my reactor hooked up to my 50%. My 50% is running my reactor. My cables are running into the piping, which is basically making this run at 100%. And then when it gets down into the boosters and the filters, they're all running at 100% as well. Then I would run my cables, my electric cables, all the way down to here, and I would basically make it part of my system. And that's all you need to do. Obviously, with all of this stuff laying around, I haven't really got a lot of room, so I'm going to have to start making amends of how to clean things up. But I'm just using up space. So yeah, that's what you would do. That's how it works. Now this, if you wanted to build this for some obscure reason, this is running 2 reactors because I'm just showing you what to do. Okay, this is all you have to do. Run your reactor off your first intake pipe, run a second intake pipe off of your reactor, so to give it 100% worth of boost, and then have that all attached to your build. So all of your filters and everything else you're going to be putting into your builds, you run that off of that one reactor. It's all good. Okay, that's all you need to know. So hopefully that's helped you out a little bit, and you know, I mean, I hope in all fairness it sort of helps as many people out there as possible, because in fairness, some of this stuff is not easy to like fathom, and even for me, I'm not an intelligent person by any major means, okay? I'm an average person playing games, and I'm learning at the same time. I'm learning at the same rate as you guys. So thank you very much for joining me. This has been Hybridsteel. If you have liked this video, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and notification button below for all other updates, and I'll be back here with a brand new video, live stream, or whatever else I do on this channel. Until then, guys, I want to say peace out, have fun, and enjoy everything you guys do. Bye-bye for now. I'll see you all later. Peace out.